So should I tell the story about my own personal stalker, the time that I was groomed by a 37-year-old woman when I was 17? Let's go with the groomer story first. I met this woman at the spray tan place. She was a client, and she was friends with the owner. My girlfriend, on-again, off-again girlfriend at the time, worked there. She cheated on me a lot, so it was on-again, off-again. So me and this woman ended up having a lot of the same interests, like music, food, places, movies, everything. I later realized she modeled her entire personality of my interests to, like, get me. So we started hanging out. She's like, yeah, I want to take you shopping. I want to take you to get food. I want to take you to do this. And I was like, hell yeah, dude, this seems awesome. Like, not thinking anything weird of it. She was also married. She had a husband, and he wasn't weird. Like, he never tried anything, or he wasn't creepy. So we started hanging out. We started doing all those things. And one day I was talking to him about my on-again, off-again girlfriend. He was like, don't mention her around her because you're her girlfriend now and it'll really upset her. And I was like, wait, what? And I really did. I was like, oh, like, okay, like not really knowing what all that came with. She started tracking me, and my girlfriend at the time was going to college the day after. And so I went to her house to spend the night for one last time. This bitch calls me. I was like, hold on, I gotta go take this phone call. So I walk out and she was like, get your fucking ass over to my house right now. I'm sending a fucking Uber. If you're not in that fucking Uber at my house in 20 minutes, I'm telling everyone. Mind you, I was 17. My parents didn't know. My girlfriend didn't know. My friends didn't know. My boss didn't know. No one knew. And I was terrified of anyone fucking finding out because I thought I was doing something really wrong. Bitch, I was the victim. So I was like, hey, I gotta go. And she was like, why? Like, it's my last night. I want to spend it with you. And I was like, I can't tell you, but I have to go. Like, I have to go. Couldn't tell her. Oh, rewind. Also, this woman forced me to do things that I did not want to do. Like, we were watching a movie on a couch one night, and she kept moving my hand, you know, places, and I kept taking it back, and she kept moving it back, and then she ended up literally grabbing my hand and doing things. Anyway, so I get in the Uber, and I go over to her house, and everything's chill. I was like, hey, like, I'm sorry, and she's like, no, I just have, like, a genuine question, and, like, I won't be mad. Just be honest with me. And I was like, okay. I didn't realize at that time I won't be mad. I will be mad. She was like, I won't be mad, but, like, do you love her? And I was like, yeah, of course I love her. She lost her fucking shit. She started ripping, like, photos off the wall of her and her husband, throwing them, breaking them. There was, like, a vase of flowers full of water, threw that on the floor, tearing the fucking house apart, talking about, I was gonna buy you a Mustang! I was gonna fucking buy you a ring! All this crazy shit. She calls it Uber. She goes outside to this Uber, screams at this man, you fucking get her to this fucking address! No stops! Don't change the address! You get her there now! I was like, oh my god. I'm texting my ex, trying to let her know what the fuck is about to happen. All she does is send me a photo of me and this 37-year-old woman kissing. I didn't know that photo was taken. So I was like, oh shit, I have some splaining to do. And this shit went on for like 3 months. So I get to my ex's house, I tell her everything, and she's like, holy shit. And this woman was blowing my phone up. She's like, I'm gonna ruin your life. I'm gonna call colleges. I'm gonna call your parents. I'm gonna tell them all the things that you have done and like all this crazy shit. She's like, I'm not even gonna tell your parents. I'm gonna hire someone, and you're not gonna know if it's a mailman, if it's a lawn care worker. You're not gonna know who it is, but they're gonna find out, and I'm not gonna tell you when. So I was tripping out. Like, I was about to get in like so much trouble. And then finally I realized I'm 17 and you're 37. That's illegal. Like, as a 17-year-old, you can only date someone, I believe, up to 2 years older than you until you're 18. So I tell her that. And I was like, you've been threatening me. I've recorded all your threats. This is illegal. All the shit that you did to me is illegal, and I will be calling the authorities if I ever hear from you again. And she was like, now that you have mentioned the authorities, like, emotion changed. Now that you have mentioned the authorities, I will never be contacting you again. Goodbye. But she had me fucked up for weeks, like, messaging me and calling me, be like, you're not gonna know when, but it's coming. I'm gonna ruin your life. That was a lot. And it took me many years. I was like, oh shit. I'm a victim. Not only was I groomed, but I didn't agree or consent to some of the things that happened, and I was too scared to say no. I'm a victim.